Henry.
Dre?
Okay, so you are coming off a 3-0 night.
Yeah, I am.
And maybe we're claiming that Spencer also came off a 3-0 night?
I'm trying to remember because
That's
he definitely did not.
3-0.
He had
Put it up and you guys can decide right now.
he had no Jokic 3, and that missed immediately.
There it is. You guys can decide if it goes or not.
Monte over 4.5 assists, no idea. Kale half assist, no idea. So he's at least 0-1.
He went 0-3.
Oh, Spencer. Well, luckily I was here to actually get my bets right.
That's
to be
right.
fair,
That's right.
I was listening on the radio on my way back from Boulder, that Nuggets game, and they were down like 12 points or whatever. I was like, well, why not just throw something on the money line here? So I wound up only being up like a unit after all that, but it is what it is.
I know that game. Boy, the Nuggets were awful.
Yeah, they're setting new records for awfulness just about every night.
And
That's
that
a
was-
terrible basketball team.
That was really tough because if you jumped in live, you were feeling great for a smidgeroo.
Yep.
And then you felt awful again.
Oh, totally.
Terrible.
They
terrible.
literally do not play defense. Like, they just don't.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, I don't even know anymore. Hank.
I should
I
probably
don't
just,
even know
like,
anymore.
sub in. I could probably, like, come off the bench, play guard, like, defend guards for a couple minutes. I could do just as well as those guys could at this point.
Yeah. I don't think that's a terrible idea. So
Okay.
what allowed you to go 3-0 and be so successful?
I mean, it was pretty simple. The Avs to win, that's what they do. Jokic over 28.5 points, and he did that quickly. He's on his
Yeah.
MVP tear. Like, those are easy bets. And then
Hank's not wrong.
Jokic should get 2 steals. Again, that's just like a lock at this point. What is it? It's like 8 of the last 9 he's gotten at least 2 steals. It's plus money, too.
His mitts are just incredible. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So easy.
And the Avs money line. You love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Henry, there's lots to get to. How
Is
do you
there?
feel about the Masters preview?
We had a lot of
No,
good
it's
stuff
actually-
in there.
It's an exotic night of betting. So.
There was a lot of good stuff in there. I'm going to make some money on this. I'm really fired up.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in on, I mean,
Spence is big on top 20 guys.
yeah, I'm not into that.
No,
We have different strategies. My thing is winners. So I take
They call you Long Shot Johnson because you love a long shot.
most of coming Long Johnson, but I
I set him up. That's an alley-oop.
you just take one beforehand, you take another at some point Thursday, and then every day through, and you wind up with 5 golfers. Odds are, like, that Sunday golfer, you're probably taking, like, halfway through the round, and you know you've got 50-50 there. You've got, like, a 10% chance before that. Odds kind of... So you get... It's a nice balance.
You're jumping in on a new winner every day.
Yeah. And then you wind up with 5 or 6, and it means that you either, like, win 10 units minimum. Sometimes you win like 30, 35
Right,
if things
right,
go well,
right.
or you lose 5 or 6 units. But again, it's the Masters, and I'm going to be betting on the Masters. That's a reasonable
not gonna
amount.
bet on that.
Exactly.
So day one? Who are we?
So
in on?
I actually took 2 today. I cheated because I'm not going to not bet on Tiger. Like, I'm not going to not bet on Tiger to win this tournament. Like,
we were talking about Tiger.
how dumb do you have to be to not bet on Tiger to do something here? Especially because DraftKings has the boost. Like, where if he
Tell
doesn't
us
finish, like if he just doesn't finish, like he doesn't make the cut, but he stops playing because his leg hurts, you get your money back. And so, I mean, it's just so
Tiger
simple.
protection? Are you kidding me?
Tiger, and you could take it like to win top 20, whatever. I just took him to win plus 4,000. I'm gonna. It's Tiger freaking Woods at Augusta. Like, it's not.
Yeah, and it's been
simple.
a while. I mean, how many more of these does he have in him? You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then again, if there wasn't the Tiger insurance, I'd be more scared off. Okay, so that's
Yep.
allowed because there's Tiger insurance.
Totally.
Then who was the other one?
I took Zalatoris.
Zalatoris.
Runner up last year. I do. I'm really in big on all these young
His
guys.
vibes are phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely.
Phenomenal.
I worry a bit about like a Spieth or a Justin Thomas in this one, but it seems like those guys blow it more often than not.
Yes,
And that's why like
yes.
Zalatoris, Morikawa,
Right, the new gen, next
Hovland,
gen.
like all those guys. That's what I'm going to be looking for
Big
this week.
Victor Hovland
Yep.
guy over here. Okay, wow, those are great picks.
Yeah. Ooh, and the best one, Jordan Spieth to lead after round 1, plus 3,000. He's done it 3 of the 8 times he's played at the Masters.
He's a real early bird.
Yeah.
I
3
look
of 8.
forward to fading him as he nurses that early lead, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's probably
I'm not a Spieth guy. I'm not a JT guy. I'm not most British guys on the tour. Can't lay. I can't lay a bet on
No,
ya.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DeChambeau?
He's not good anymore.
Fade DeChambeau.
He was really good for that, like, 4 months.
plus 140 to not make the cut. You like?
That's a little tempting, actually.
I mean, almost even odds feels a little.
It is.
But,
It is.
But
If you want to hit my big 3, I'll show you my best pick.
let's do it. Let's jump into his big 3. Henry's like, wow, I didn't know we had to do this much. For lack of better words, bullshit time. Oh, man.
Tiger to make the cut plus money. Tiger to make the cut plus money. It's so easy. Again, it's Tiger Woods. Like, he can roll out of bed and shoot 70 at Augusta. Making the cut is going to be easy. The one thing to worry about is, like, if his leg gets sore after 14 holes or whatever and he can't. But, again, it's Tiger. Like, I just can't imagine a world where Tiger says, I just can't keep walking. Because, again, it's not like anything golf-related that's the issue.
Totally.
Like,
Well,
golf-wise, he's totally fine. It's just walking that course.
Exactly. And anything I've learned about Tiger recently is, like, painkillers and pain management is something he's an expert on.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. He's a
I
good
think
guy.
he'll be okay. Yeah.
OKC plus 14.5 points against the Jazz.
Wow.
This is another one of those
NBA.
dumb parts of the season.
We cling on to our Northwest Division future.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Don't
that too.
Don't we? Yeah.
That too. But also, I mean, it's plus 14.5. That's a lot of points.
It's a
Did
lot
you
of
see all the
points.
games last night and what happened? Like, half the results were just nonsense.
Close game city. We saw it in the NHL. We're
Yeah.
seeing it in the NBA now. It's wackiness at the end of the regular season where the teams who should actually lose are playing with such a levity. It's like when you come on the show, Henry. You don't have to do this every day. You can come in, lay a 3-0, brag about it for months. No one's going to remember the 1-2 Thursday you had 2 weeks ago when you popped in. You know?
Nobody.
Whatever. No one's going to keep you accountable for it. Yaya probably wasn't even on that episode. He would have been the only one who cared.
Probably.
Marissa was filling in that day. So whatever.
Yikes.
You know, no one cares. No one cares.
Real B
Just
squad that day.
Wanted to get right. Absolutely. Yaya like that. That's mean of you, Yaya. It's not nice. That's Hank's delivery is unmatched, as most know.
So true.
so yeah, you
also, I
can
got
rest on your
DU
laurels.
hockey in there. They got Michigan tomorrow.
Boom.
We'll just take the upset. Like, I was tempted. Like, do I just go with the plus 1.5 at minus 195? It's like, no, that's not fair. That's not how this works. You gotta just ride with them. Take that money line. Oh, also forgot to say, OKC, they've won back-to-back games.
Man, that's great. That's great. I know Poku dishing out CP3 his own medicine.
I
We're
don't
big
watch
Poku
much
guys.
of the Thunder. Okay.
No one.
So
does,
again,
no.
I was at that game. No, I wasn't at it. I was watching that game against the Nuggets where he just threw the ball into like the 5th row.
Poku did.
Yeah, where it's like a pass and you're just like, you just missed that by a solid like 11 feet.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
Yeah.
way up there. And so
Right.
so then ever since I've been like, this guy seems like a bit of a fraud.
Who's to say?
But what do I know?
Who's to say? I'm surprised that you don't watch a lot of Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Because of course the only people who do watch the Oklahoma City Thunder are the 50 people on NBA Twitter who make having an NBA Game Pass membership a personality trait.
Yikes, I don't think I'd like that.
Part of their account. No, we aren't on those dark. Adam will sometimes be like, my feed is this, that, and it's like, yeah, you're deep in on NBA Twitter. My feed is mostly people getting excited about, I don't know.
My
Like
feed's
a
been in
highlight
a
Hank
pretty good
posted.
spot recently.
Good spot.
I was just running through all my bookmarks.
That's great. Man.
I've got
I
some
love
real
that.
good bookmarks in there.
Oh, my bookmarks lately? Woo! I've been saving some bangers. Okay. Yeah. Big 3 me up. Sorry, I'm reading Kyle D. 5280.
5280.
Coming in
like a
late,
rapper.
but damn, so close on the NC versus Kansas 3-leg whale. Oh, holy shit, Kyle! Yes, I know what he's talking about.
I would imagine.
We did an SGP, and it was the perfect way to hedge all the bets I had on North Carolina. And man, we were so close to Kansas covering -4.5. We had the under. We had the North Carolina first half spread. It's weird to look over at someone's phone and it be just a blank Slack. That's weird.
Yaya's starting shit in there, and I'm curious what's going on.
Yaya's been
Somebody was starting
risky
shit.
as ever today. I was hearing him.
There's no way that's a serious
with the
take from
Nuggets
Mitchell, but I
guys.
can't see what the message is.
Oh boy. The Slack will have to wait. And then Kansas pulls the comeback off, and we were just 2 points short. Man, that was devastating. I'm with you, Kyle D.
I think it's
Great
Kyle the
callback.
5280.
Great callback.
You know Royce the 5'9", the rapper?
Oh man, no, it's Jesse who has a terrible take. I think.
Oh, Jesse does. Oh, I thought Yaya said one of those. I was gonna click and get the details. I didn't think I
Hank,
needed to
you
read
should
closely because it'd be
restart
my
your
only
phone.
chance.
Hank's
Okay.
been having connection issues all day. I just don't know what's going on. Did you get some water in it? Do you have a
Yes.
case on this thing?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, so me and Nate bonded over this because we had got the same phone case.
Nate
But
Landman.
yeah, but it has like this
Wow.
plastic on the edge.
Sick name drop.
And yeah,
Yeah.
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it all peels off. Like there's an Apple logo here, and so now it's kind of like the same thing happened to him though. So it's not because I'm irresponsible. I'm as responsible as a football linebacker, college football player. That's what I like to say.
Butkus Award finalist. Thank
So
you very
true.
much.
How do I turn this off? Oh,
Hey now.
Guess whose phone is off?
Siri tried to throw her dirty nose into the mix.
She always wants to talk.
I don't know. Apparently, Jesse has a trash take on Twitter. So
I
we
just
should check
want to
that
know
out.
what it
I
is.
know,
So
me
bad.
too.
Want to know what it is?
Yes.
Me too.
What is it? What is it?
You should fire your phone back up. No,
He said,
Jesse Montagna, our colleague,
yeah,
Abs.
FSB, dope dude, love him to death.
great guy. Yep.
They asked, we're canceling each other over our music takes. What's yours?
Oh,
And he tweeted, and he was like, live music sucks.
Wow.
that's incredible.
It should get him canceled.
How do you feel about live music?
It's incredible. It's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. No, I mean, so most people know me, real homebody, definitely don't love people. Live music, though. Even I love live
Wow.
music.
We should go see some live music.
And I famously, I stopped listening to music a while back. Remember that, Henry?
Oh,
I
for
said that.
podcasts.
Just podcasts
Yeah.
for this guy. And you don't strike me as a big, like, music festival guy, you know?
No, not the music festival. I'm a big concert guy. I like what I like. I don't like much else.
Concerts are great.
They are. I went and saw Bieber a couple weeks ago.
Has he never been to, like, Red Rocks? This is a criminal take.
I
The more you
know.
thought about it, Dre, the more
It's
it
wild.
hurt you.
I'll say this:
Man,
if
that's
Jesse,
insane.
if Jesse had been at that Bieber show, he would not have been saying this.
He was at
And the
Bieber
Bieber show
He,
sounded
no way.
kind of
Yeah.
terrible.
He had
Yeah.
box tickets.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That is wild. I was hoping it was gonna be something about the whole RBI thing.
Give
that
him
comes
a
up.
follow him.
RBIS.
Oh, man.
It's RBIs.
It's
Yeah.
RBIs.
It's RBIs.
Yeah.
It's like
RBIS.
prisoners of war.
Yeah, you gotta say just RBIs, plural.
RBIS.
Just put it in there. You gotta say RBIS. man.
RBIS.
RBIs.
Runs batted in. S.
Runs batted in, sir.
It's like prisoners of war, POWs, weapons of mass destruction, WMDs.
Yeah, and I
like
mean-
it's not complicated.
Yeah. No. Okay, there you go. Hot takes to end seg one. The hottest, though, we save. It's my big three. Those are the hottest.
Way to cap off the middle of seg one.
Kraken plus 1.5. That's a puck line for all my people out there. They have Chris Drieger, who's almost 500 on the year for a team that is way below. That should tell you everything. They are in St. Louis playing the Blues. Blues are good, so we're going to save ourselves and just go puck line. Braden Shen on a tear as of late. 2 shots on goal is automatic. That's why you get it at -175. You're welcome.
Wow.
Detroit Pistons, Henry, covered the spread in 15 of their last 16. We are buying that spread up. It was at 8.5. We're buying it up to 12.5. And we are parlaying that against the Mavs, mind you, with the Brooklyn Nets money line taking on the Knicks. It means nothing for the Knicks. Knicks incentivized to lose. Brooklyn, it means everything for Brooklyn. Brooklyn incentivized to win.
Wow.
Parlay those together plus 117. Boom. It's
That's
a
solid.
big 4 that works as a big 3 because one of them is a safe men's parlay. We don't do those with Ryan, but with you, I figured special occasion. And Yaya's on one, so what better way to commemorate that? Did you really go to the Bieber show, Hank? If so, that's, wow, an ultimate sweet boy move.
Yeah.
It is. It's what he is, and we love him for it. Would you care to tell us more about it?
Oh, I could tell you everything.
He rocked a shirt the next day, a Bieber shirt.
Oh
from
yeah,
the concert.
$60.
Wow.
$60 for that Bieber shirt.
That's bone shirt level expensive. What did you think of Bieber's fit at the Grammys?
Oh, it was terrible. Even my girlfriend,
Looking like
who
me at my first middle school dance.
You really?
Essentially the same fit, just an oversized.
was that the
suit.
style in Italy?
No.
Oh no.
Just bad suits. Sometimes
Yikes.
you got bad suits. Bro.
Yeah, no, that was terrible. That was probably the worst dressed person I've ever seen. But yeah, I mean,
Fuck, it's so
it
true.
kind of falls in line though. Like he has that whole thing with like leather pants for men.
Oh,
honestly, I'm kind of.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. Everywhere
I
he
don't know
goes,
that.
it's leather pants this, leather pants that. It's wild.
Yikes.
But yeah, I mean, all this stuff cut out. You couldn't like the video board, any graphic, any lights and stuff. That was just all out the second half of the show. It was kind of wild.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. We definitely caught him on an off night. Boy, can that guy dance though?
Off night for Biebs, but unlike the NBA, when guys are on off nights, they still got to show up and play on
Yep.
stage. They can't just get a DNP coach's decision.
Or just sit with his little band in the corner for 20 minutes while they try to figure out what's going on with the power.
Oh, I thought that was an NBA reference for a second. I was like, I must have
No.
missed LeBron on the bench yesterday. No, that was back to Bieber at Ball Arena where Hank took his darling girlfriend.
Yep. All the other men were taking their daughters. It was a different dynamic. Kind of interesting.
Yep, that's
Yep.
great. That's great. We love that. I look forward to doing something like that one of these days.
Yeah, you
The
got.
Slack is still popping off. Who knows what music she'll like?
I know, but that's on you, right? Like
Maybe
you
she'll
play the
denounce-
music for her.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, she's gonna be so lame.
God, you're so right. It's your responsibility
Yeah.
as a parent to give them a good sense of humor, good taste in music, good taste in movies.
Yeah. It's like
My problem is
totally. Yeah.
I just want to tune out and watch trash.
well,
That's the
Think of
trash
the
is
example
what
you're
allows
setting.
me to. I'm setting a trash example is what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Man.
she's gonna like trash.
DraftKings Sportsbook, #1 in all the land, double fisted. They are the best. Did you like that? That's a new thing I'm doing. Yaya, do
Yeah.
you like that one?
Yeah, I do. I
Um,
like the movement. It makes me feel good.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, holy shit. He is sassy as ever today. I'm actually going to need you to carry me on this one, Henry, because it used to be you had a chance to bet $5 to win $200 on any winner in the basketball tournament.
Yep.
You guys have all heard about it. Not the NIT, the March Madness one.
Yeah.
But that's over now. It's over, as someone
Is the
famously
NIT over
said.
too?
I think. Oh, Hank's?
Gotta be.
Yaya's dialed.
You would think, okay.
I would assume. Thank you, Austin. Yeah, I know.
I definitely was in charge of this yesterday. Realized I needed to pull it up on my phone so that I could.
Right.
And it
No,
was.
Set the
Bet
stage.
$5 to win 100 if you bet on the Masters.
Oh, bet $5 to win 100 if you bet on the Masters. You don't even have to get the bet right. So there you go.
Any market?
Any market.
Holy! What I would give to be a new user
That's
right
a
now.
golf pun.
That sounds like the pastoral scenes. Is Jim Nantz gonna announce this one?
Of course.
Of
course.
love when Jim Nantz is on my TV whispering about golf.
This is the best time of the year, especially like my schedule lines up kind of perfectly. So
What a
I'm going
son
up to
of a
Boulder
bitch.
tonight.
The entire crew at DNVR could not be busier. This guy. Wow.
I work Tuesday, Wednesday nights, going up to Boulder and working till like midnight afterward. But Thursday's off, so all day tomorrow. Like I have no responsibilities. Might go to that Nuggets game. I just get to hang out, and watch. Come over here, watch the DU game while we watch the end of the Masters here, and then Friday go up to Boulder again. Not till 6:30 though, when the Masters is over. Like it's just so nice. I'm not gonna miss a shot.
You doing any opening day festivities on Friday?
There's the
kinda out
Masters
on
are
baseball.
on. Like, I don't want to spend that much money to go to the game.
Wow.
Like, I really want to get into the Rockies. I still have 2 days to get there, right?
He doesn't want to.
I want to, but again, like, it's just so hard when you, like, I really want the Rockies organization to lose. Like, they deserve to lose, and I need to get rid of that thought. And then I say get rid of that thought. What would a year ago Hank be saying about this? You know, like if he saw me now, after what I thought about the Rockies at that point, now I'm going soft. So I'm in a tough place with the Rockies, especially because they're just gonna suck anyway.
Rockies are gonna be good.
What would
How,
year
though?
ago Hank think is all-time dilemma?
Yeah,
I often think of like what would 11-year-old Andre think of
That's
the decisions
interesting.
I'm making now, and as we mentioned earlier, he'd think I'm a piece of trash making trashy decisions. All at DraftKings Sportsbook, #1, double-fisted in all the land, metaverse universe. You know it. It comes, it goes. Speaking of baseball and you, the GF a Minnesota Twins fan? Hey, I need that. Bring that back up.
she hates baseball.
All right, my kind of gal.
know, it's a great quality.
My kind of gal. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match. Each up to $500. That's because when you sign up using code DNVR, they'll match that first deposit bonus up to $1,000. And as I mentioned, the previous disclaimer, deposit bonus requires 25 times playthrough. Restrictions do apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for the details on this one. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just why does it have to be the Rockies here? Like, why can't I be a Rockies fan, but it's like the Diamondbacks are here or somebody else? So because
I mean, I think the Diamondbacks basically would be the same shit,
They're
right?
worse than the
but
Rockies.
I don't like them. I don't care about them. Like, I just want to go sit and drink a beer. You know, like, I don't want to have to watch the Rockies lose to the Dodgers, because then all these other thoughts just come out.
Right.
It's like, am I really gonna have a good time? Or am I just going to be thinking about the Rockies the whole time?
You just wish you were a transplant, like
Yeah.
in Oakland, going to see cheap A's games.
Exactly.
I
like
know.
that'd be much
That'd
easier.
be so
The
great.
Rockies are gonna be that bad, Hank. Trust me.
How could they not be
They're
bad
gonna
though?
be fighting for the last wild card spot. Trust me.
It's just on one. We can't take this sass any longer. No,
This is legit.
we
They
can't.
have a good starting rotation. Their bullpen's all right.
They got worse than last year.
Yaya's bits were hilarious up
They
to this point.
absolutely got worse.
Now this is he's kind of doing a trash bit. He's
He
leaning
is.
into my comedy, and there's only room for one master of trash content. So
King Garbage.
please, yes, King Garbage, exactly. Stay in your place, please, friend. July, all Big Six baseball picks will be my
Wow.
favorite time. Yeah, we'll be getting
That's
MLS in.
That's
We're
a
heavy on MLS markets. Okay. Dilemma of the day: how to treat the latest Norris? Oh boy,
Norris.
we missed an eye.
the
in
latest
that one.
Norris.
odds changes. That's that's hockey, best defenseman, and then early NFL draft lines to jump on.
Yep.
Okay. So where did you leave off on me hammering Cale Makar all fall and winter to win the Norris?
So I wound up getting the parlay at like plus 1,400 with him and Jokic.
Oh my.
So yeah, if those two things
Oh my.
happen, I'll be in good shape.
I know. I'm like really bought into both those things happening. And now I am becoming increasingly concerned that Cale Makar went from like a -300 to just -150 with Roman Josi nipping at his heels at plus 150. Unfortunately, Josi with more points right now.
And that's kind of what always happens is they just give it to whoever has the most points.
I know. Especially with defensemen. And the Preds haven't been complete trash.
If he reaches 100, it's over.
If he reaches 100, it's over, and he's in the 90s already. And Kale, like 2-point game yesterday for Josi, and Kale couldn't even get Spence that lowly assist he was looking for.
That's so
All right.
lowly.
Well, vibes alone are telling me it's time to hedge. It's time to get in on Roman Josi.
Really?
Unfortunately, all I've done thus far is parlay. God, I hate this. I parlayed Josi with Giannis to win the MVP.
Oh, okay.
A double
I like
protection
that.
parlay.
Because that would be like plus 1,200.
Right. Great odds. Well, the problem is I don't think Giannis is going to do it. I
don't think so
Yoke
either.
has it locked up, but Yossi really concerns me. So I guess I got to jump in on this guy again. Ugh. I hate this, Hank. I
Yep.
really needed Kale to win the Norris, Yoke to win the MVP, and my stupid soccer team to win the Italian League. All I asked for were 3 things at long odds to happen all at once. That's all I asked for.
That's it. It should have happened.
Shit.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
Josie is at 84.
Okay, well, 100's a long ways
He
away.
has 12 games to get 16 more points.
That's too many.
How many points does Kale have?
Kale is 6 points behind. He's at 78.
So
Okay.
it's not bad.
No, he could catch him.
If they end up tied in points, Kale wins it.
I do think that he
I
definitely.
agree, but
I think
oh,
even
man.
Yossi could probably finish with more points and then give it to Kale.
Yes.
But it's
too close for comfort right now.
I agree.
Oh, I hate that so much. Okay, early draft props,
And
Henry.
if you want to know more about the betting odds, you should look at the Avalanche show today. They did all that today.
Check in DNVR Abs podcast from today. Lots of great insights on all that stuff. Okay, Henry. You liking these draft odds?
I actually haven't looked in a couple weeks.
So draft position here. Some that stand out to me. Kyle Hamilton set at 8.5, Hankster. Kayvon Thibodeau set at 5.5. Charles Cross set at 7.5.
That's a tough one. I don't want to touch that one.
We've got both Garrett Wilson and Drake London set at 10.5. And Jordan Davis at 13.5. I think all those are intriguing.
I think so too. I think in Kyle Hamilton, I'm comfortable with that under. I think
The under. He
yeah.
goes in the top 8.
You know, we were having this discussion. You weren't on the draft pod this week.
No,
but
I wasn't.
Basically, like I don't know. I would have I would almost make a policy as a GM that if a safety runs a 4.6, I'm not taking in the top 10. And it doesn't mean he's a bad safety, but like to be a top 10 safety, you need to be like Derwin James, like freaky Isaiah Simmons type of deal. And Kyle Hamilton, though, you just watch him, and he's still just like the exception to that because he's everywhere. And it's like in this draft,
Also,
when there's no quarterback going to be up there.
Like running crooked. Like, it's not a good data point.
Wait, he's running crooked?
He like goes out the lines. He like swerves out the lines. They should have had him rerun it.
Yeah.
They're complete idiots.
I do like that under, though. I do like that under.
Okay. I like that. Kayvon Thibodeau, 5.5.
I like that under, too.
I'm with you. And we get that at plus 100.
That's wild.
His was at like 6.5, 8.5, and now it's moved back to 5.5.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we're jumping on these early, because there could be movement right now. Garrett Wilson, do you have a leaning?
I'll stay away. I mean, with all those receivers,
I feel
it's
like
kind of like
one
take your choice.
receiver's going in the top 10.
At least.
But and I would lean Wilson, but it is hard to kind of know. Charles Cross, you said you're
I
staying
think
away.
with Drake London, though, he's the one that I think it's very... I think he's the one you look at and it's just like, this is a freak talent. Like, he should go in the top 10.
Okay,
You
so
know,
let's
where it's
take
like, you
him.
could also see Garrett Wilson go in front of him or like around there, but Wilson Olave, a little bit tougher to gauge, I would say.
Would you take Drake London plus 125 to be the first wide receiver selected then?
I think I would.
I think I would.
I
I mean, I'm leaning that direction.
I'm
as well,
tempted. I'm
Hanser.
tempted. I'm not sure about that or the under 10.5. I definitely like one of them. I'm not sure which one.
And with the top wide receiver, you have some protection,
Yep. And better odds, better juice.
better juice, and of course some protection with the other one because he could be the second wide receiver taken but still go top 10.
It's just so tough to believe that no receivers would go in the top 10.
Especially to teams like the Jets, Giants, who really need it.
And like maybe we'll get there, but I don't think there's a quarterback that's going up there either. So I think that there's a lot of position players that are going to be going in that top 10.
Malik Willis to go top 10 is minus 400. I'll have you know.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
It
Yeah,
does.
minus 400. Huh.
He's plus 250 to go top 5, however.
Yeah, that makes
which is
sense.
about what the odds are of the Lions drafting him.
Can you take him to not go top 10? I
I
don't see a way.
No, not right now. We will closer to draft. If we had his draft prop in the draft position, we could have. But
Yep.
And yeah, you do have team to draft player. So like Malik Willis, plus 350 to be drafted by the Lions. I got in on that. Plus 350 to go to Seahawks, Steelers, Falcons. Plus 1,000 to go to the Saints.
Yeah. If I'm going to take one of these, I just don't know what it would be. I would need big odds, and all those big odds teams aren't going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way the Texans are going to do it. They have Davis Mills last year. Like,
no, I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
I don't know.
They have Davis Mills.
Yeah,
Who would be the long shot team? Like the Steelers, but that's still just plus 350.
Exactly. Or it's like, that is just not worth it.
What about the Saints, who moved around, but plus 1,000?
That would be the one. If you were to take one, that'd probably be the one. I'll say that.
More so than like the Commanders at plus 2,500.
I just don't know how they do it. Unless he really falls.
Right. Let me ask you this one. Pac-12, players to go in the first round, over-under set at 4.5. Now you have 4 automatic top 20 picks. Drake London, Kayvon Thibodeau, already talked about it.
Trent McDuffie.
Devin Lloyd.
Yeah, that's right, Devin Lloyd.
So you're going to get to about the halfway point of the first round, and you have 4 locked in.
You just need one more.
You need one more, but who is that?
I mean, there's no offensive lineman who could be in the
No.
conversation.
It
The
would be
receivers, there wouldn't be any.
Dulcich.
But that's not going to happen.
Drake
I don't think a tight
Jackson.
end goes in the first. I think
Kyler Gordon, the other.
it would be Jackson, Gordon would be the two that you really
Yeah.
look at.
Yeah. So that gets hella tricky.
Does Gordon sneak in?
But I don't
I don't think so.
I don't love investing on the over either or in the under either, where I'm like sitting through half of the first round having to sweat that out.
Yeah, especially at minus 165.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like those. I don't like those at all.
Okay. I
SEC
found that fascinating. I had to run that by you.
Yeah. Cornerback props.
Top
First
O-lineman is very open. Ike Mekwonu, the favorite, at minus 140. Evan Neal, plus 120. And then like Charles Cross, plus 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just so tough to believe Charles Cross could make that run. You know, I when we talked about it like a month or two ago, I had him as my favorite.
Yeah.
And
Or, I mean, your favorite, tackle.
yeah, so at that point, taking him at plus 1,000, I could be talked into just because I was like, yeah, he's gonna rise. But at this point, like, how does he rise? Like, we're kind of through. There's just buzz at this point, I guess. But
Well, if a team like loves him because he has more like pass pro upside than the other teams.
I guess. But I just think it's too late for
What
him.
about Evan Neal at plus 120?
That's more tempting. If I were to
Okay.
take one, it would be Evan Neal. Just because I think it's a toss-up between those two, and plus 120 is better than plus 100. So, in theory, the odds are in your favor.
Love that. Running back, Breece Hall, heavy favorite at minus 250. You buying it, or would you sprinkle Kenneth Walker at plus 200?
I could sprinkle Isaiah Spiller. I just think if you're looking at Breece Hall and Kenneth Walker, I think you've got to go Breece Hall.
Really?
I do.
What's the like massive differentiator?
I think it's size and strength. Like just they do very similar things, like the zone runner, speed-based zone run. Exactly.
Yeah. No.
But Breece Hall is just like a little bit bigger, a little bit better catching passes. And so for that reason, I think it'd be tough for somebody to take Kenneth Walker over him. Mm-hmm. Although I do think he is probably the second running back. Isaiah Spiller, though, being kind of that different kind of running back, that's why I could see another team just being like, yeah, this is what we're looking for. That Le'Veon Bell type.
Right, and we've seen guys like Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Travis Etienne, those guys who have more of that receiving background, be maximized.
Spiller's tempting.
Spiller is tempting. I like the case you made for that.
Cornerbacks, Ahmad Gardner's locked in.
Yeah, sauces locked in. Now, if you want to talk corners, over under 4.5 to go round 1. So Sauce, Stingley, McDuffie, locks.
Yep.
Let me see real quick.
I mean, again,
Booth is probably a lock.
probably. You
And
got
then
Gordon, like we were talking about.
Gordon.
I wouldn't bet on that, though.
Roger McCreary, who's a guy we like.
Yep.
Tariq Woolen, the UTSA kid.
That might
with
be the one.
Absurd measurables.
Yep.
And then,
He's probably a
like
first-round pick.
Kair Elam.
I like the over.
Over 4.5.
Yeah. Which one is that? Plus money?
No, that's like minus 150.
That probably makes sense, I guess.
But
That makes sense.
yeah.
It means we're right, though.
Over 4.5 is plus 120. Yes, you're right. That's better odds. You're essentially that's a better bet than the Pac-12 because you're essentially
Definitely.
betting the same thing.
Yeah.
You're betting is Kyler Gordon going to sneak into round 1?
Except you also get Woolen.
Right.
Those guys.
In this one, you have some protection with Woolen and McCreary and better juice.
Plus, you would also get Drake London. Or not Drake London, sorry, Drake Jackson.
Well,
if you were to take Pac-12, but I would much rather have those corners.
Yeah, no, I think
By far.
McCreary and Woolen much better chance
Easily.
than Drake Jackson.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
I do like that.
We stand Drake Jackson.
Quarterbacks
Love it.
over 2.5. You've probably got to take that over. That's minus 200 though.
They have to set that at another number, I guess. Because Pickett Willis for sure.
Yeah, 3.5 though. That's where I'd probably take the under.
Oh, 100%. I don't think you get more than 3, but 3 does feel right.
Yeah, that's minus 200, but that might be still the best bet here.
Safeties? I think we get the
A
over.
second safety. Jaquan Brisker, I feel like, is going to be a big riser. I don't know
Yeah.
if he could get to the first.
Jalen Petrie's got a lot of love. as of
Definitely.
late.
Daxton Hill.
Yeah, exactly.
I
think you get there.
I don't know if this is my favorite of all of them that we mentioned, but I would definitely take the over.
Tight end. 0.5.
Oh, under. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you,
over would have to be you have to get one.
I read that backwards and thought that we could get plus 400 on no tight end to go. I was like,
That
oh my goodness,
sucks.
let's do it. But no.
Let's close this discussion out with wide receivers set at 5.5. You have the big 4, the 2 Ohio State kids, Jamison Williamson. Williamson?
Jameson Williams.
Williams.
Jameson Williamson would be hilarious for a name.
Drake London. Yeah, it would be. That's where I get
Jameson
confused. And then Burks, right? There's your 5.
Yeah.
Jahan Dodson. Who else would you see sneaking in? Would you take? What would you take on the 5.5 wide receivers here?
I would take the over. But who else would you expect? I mean, that's the tough part, I guess, is figuring out how the rest of those guys kind of fit in there.
And then you get into small school guys. Sky Moore, Christian Watson.
Yep.
To me, George Pickens.
Yeah. If
Would be your
Pickens
other
slips to
candidates.
64, it'd be incredible.
Henry, they can't take a wide receiver
Why not?
because that's all they have.
So, well, what
need
else are you
other
gonna do?
positions.
Take somebody who isn't gonna see the field or whatever. Oh, let's get this slow linebacker. Let's get this developmental linebacker. Like, go get somebody who's just a freak athlete who's
Can't
gonna
they
be
get
one of
a
your best
freak
players.
athlete at edge rusher or like offensive
That is
tackle?
true. There'll probably be good options there. But Pickens level is I guess that
Pickens is a freak.
that's the thing. That's where like Ojabo. If Ojabo slips there because of his injury, it'd be kind of that same thing.
Oh man, I love that.
Where it's like, yeah, you just do not pass that up.
I love that. Okay.
Trey McBride going the first is basically plus 400. That's almost enough value.
And Wademeyer.
He's in a tough spot. Do you see his RAS score? It was a 1.
Oh, that's bad. That's horrible.
He couldn't even break 5 seconds on the 40.
Ooh, ouchie.
I
missed
he
that.
might
Oh,
just
wow.
like not get drafted at this point.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
like yeah, this free fall has
That's
been
nutty.
insane. Then that's why like it's Dulcich, but McBride is probably pretty clearly ahead of him. So
Dang.
plus 400 is tempting. If it was plus 200, I'd say no. Plus 400 though.
Yeah, plus 400 is decent value. I mean,
It is.
It is enough for you to think about it.
Especially like you see like the Bills back there.
And this is going to be a draft where, look, the bottom 10 picks, like prospects 18 through 70 of this draft, very closely matched together.
Yes.
Very eye of the beholder. And you're really going to see that at around the final 10 to 15 picks of the first round.
Totally.
So, right, you could totally see like the Chiefs being like fuck it. We're just going receiving tight enders. Maybe the Chiefs are a
Yeah.
bad example, though.
I mean, Kelsey's old. It's not the worst example.
Exactly. This guy gets it. So, well, that's it for us. On behalf of Dre, Big Hank, coming off a 3-0 night, which I'm taking credit for on Twitter.
Oh, boy.
And Yaya Vasquez. Yaya producing a Rapids pod later with Rapids GM on. So
Ooh.
tune in for that. Lots of great stuff on our networks. Follow Hank, DNVR Buffs. Best of luck on your bets tonight. We're out.